Hi everybody, welcome to the latest episode of Checking Boxes with Caldwell's Comics. This is the channel where we go through our inventory box by box so you can see what we got. It's all available for purchase if you're interested. Something that occurred to me earlier today, because I haven't really sold much stuff, to be honest with you, and I think part of that is, why would you buy from someone? I mean, obviously there's got to be some trust, and you don't know me from Adam, so if you're worried about that, I do have an eBay where, if you want to take a look, it's Caldwell's Comics and Cards. Should be written on this card, but it isn't. But if you look on there, you'll see that we have over 1,000, I believe it's 1,019 to be precise, feedbacks, and we're 100% positive, so you shouldn't have any concerns about ordering. We are very trustworthy. I've been in customer service all my life, and I've learned from the best, and I believe in taking care of the customer, and even if it's at my expense. So yeah, no concern. If that's been something that's been bothering you, I appreciate that. But yeah, check out our eBay, and you'll see that we are trustworthy. I've also owned a store for the last 3 years, and we've done a lot of claim sales and never had a problem shipping stuff. So anyway, I can understand why that could be a concern. So maybe that's been causing you to hold back, but there you go. Anyway, let's dive into it. This will wrap up the Star Wars section of the convention stock. Continuing on with the S's, I believe the majority of this box is going to be Superman. So we've got the Return of the Jedi. So for some reason, when they got to Return of the Jedi, they decided not to incorporate it into the Star Wars series as they did with Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back. They decided to do it as a separate 4-issue miniseries, and again, it was printed first in magazine format, Marvel Super Special. I don't know the number off the top of my head, and then they reprinted it as a 4-issue comic book limited series. This is number 1. Beautiful Sienkiewicz cover, and we've got 1, 2, 3. Got 5 copies of that one as part of that Star Wars collection that I talked about. I'm sorry, guys. Let me zoom out here. The father that passed away and left the Star Wars collection to his daughters. Number 2, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 copies. Another beautiful Sienkiewicz cover. I think he did the interiors too. Number 3, we're down to 2 copies of that one. It's got Han, Leia, and Chewie. And number 4, we're down to 1 copy of that one. Wow, oops. My backdrop is falling here. There we go. Good job, Dave. All right. It's a beautiful photo that was taken by my youngest daughter, Sarah, when she was in photography class from Santana Row. I just love it. Beautiful. Good job, darling. All right, set this back up here. Apologies, guys. Okay. Return of the Jedi, the 40th anniversary covers by Chris Sprouse. So this collects all of those 40th anniversary variants that we saw some of in the Star Wars series. So this is just covers. It's not an actual book to read, but if you like art, pinup art, great book to have. Tales of the Jedi number 1, with a nice Dave Dorman cover. X-Wing Rogue Squadron, nice Tim Bradstreet cover. That's number 25. We've got Storm and the Brotherhood of Mutants number 1. Second print. Number 2. Nice cover. Another cover for number 2. All right. Nice Lana Liu cover for number 3. Wow, That's really nice. I don't know who that is, but that's a beautiful cover. Another variant for number 3. Odin, and I'm not sure who that is. Hela, maybe? I don't know. We've got a Stormwatch number 1. This is the gold foil logo that was given to retailers. I think it was 1 for every 50 books that you ordered, something like that. We've got a Strange Academy Walmart Red. I think this was an exclusive Walmart book that has a, I think red refers to the logo color. Strange Academy number 13. These have the 2 boards in them. Okay, 14. Nice Ramos cover. Todd Knock, number 14. Number 16. I think that's Gleason, but I'm not sure. Okay, then we got some Silver Age. Strange Tales, 127. Doctor Strange's Duel to the Death with the Dread Dormammu. That should be in my other box. Strange Tales 136. I confess, guys, I don't know. I was never a huge Steranko guy, which I don't know why, but this may be Steranko interiors. I believe it's a Kirby Ink by John Severin cover, and obviously Ditko and the Doctor Strange. Yeah, I'm going to put these in my wall box. 137. Yeah, it must have been Severin. This is a John Severin cover. One of the all-time greats. 138, John Severin. 139. I mean, this is Ditko, but I don't know about that. That figure doesn't look like Ditko. 142. Sure looks like Kirby to me. 143. Definitely Kirby. 144. I don't know if that's Jack or somebody trying to draw like Jack. 186. I think these are reprints. We've got Stranger Things from Free Comic Book Day. We've got Stray Dogs, Free Comic Book Day. We've got Street Fighter Omega, number 1. Submariner The Depths, number 1. 2. 3. And then we get into the Superman stuff. Superboy, number 7. Crossing over with Static in the Milestone universe. I'm sorry, I don't know this character's name. Number 17. I always like Tom Grummett's art. 33. I can't remember this artist's name, but kind of like his stuff too. He's very Sal / John Buscema influenced. Supergirl, number 6. Peter David and Gary Frank. Different volumes. Supergirl number 2. Nice cover. Oh, Mahmoud Asrar did the interior. Great artist. Oh, he did the cover too. Great artist. Then we go to John Byrne's Superman run. Issue 9. 25, and John is gone. This is Kerry Gamble. I think Byrne was the first 24 issues. 31, nice Kerry Gamble cover. 32, another nice Gamble cover. Very nice. 42, that looks like Ordway. Yeah, Jerry Ordway. What a great artist. 45, also Jerry Ordway. 46, 47, 48, back to Kerry Gamble. 50, that's, I believe, Ordway. Yeah, Jerry Ordway. This is from the old, I think, what were the names of that company? It was a model. Mego, not Mego, it was a model. This is like an homage cover to that. I'm pretty sure. 51, Ordway. 52. Just a classic, iconic cover. Beautiful. I mean, that just sums up Superman right there. 54. 55, guest starring the Demon. 56, looks like Joe Kubert. It might be his sons, though. 57, that's, yeah, I was going to say Dan Jurgens. Sure is. 58, Jurgens. 62, I think that's Bogdanov. 63, we're back to Jurgens. 64. I'm sure you guys recognize most of these if you're children of the 90s. This is right around the death of Superman. So these are, like, just about every collection you buy from that era is going to have these books in it. This and the Batman from the round 490 to 500 where Bane breaks his back. They're just in every collection. 66, 72, 73. There it is. Death of Superman. This is the 4th printing. I remember the day this came out. I was working in distribution, and it was such a big deal that Channel 4 News actually showed up at our warehouse and interviewed myself and a lot of my employees. My buddy Bob Borden, who had a distribution at the time, he was sort of a sub-distributor, so people would come in, they'd buy their new comics from us, and then they would go over to Bob's and pick up reorders, stuff that they ordered short on that we didn't have. And when this book came out, we literally got a semi-truck full of Superman just for Bob. I mean, I think he bought like 80,000 copies of this book. It was just an incredible time to be in comics. Yeah. The downside is, you know, everybody got into speculating at that time. They all thought they were going to get rich off of this stuff, and they were buying multiple copies. And so this stuff, well, you know, it's just not worth a lot because of that. There's just so many of them out there. It's finally starting to go up in price a little bit. Even Spawn #1, other stuff from that era that sold millions of copies, X-Men #1, X-Force #1. They're finally starting to go up in price a little bit. And when I say a little bit, you know, you can still get them in dollar bins if you're patient enough. But if you walk into a store and they have them, they're usually, you know, Spawn #1 is $25 to $35, and Superman, The Death of Superman, is easily a $10 to $15 book these days. So, whereas up until 5 years ago, they were always found in dollar bins consistently. Enough time has passed that people are willing to pay a little bit more. 117. This is Ron Franz. 122. Annual #3. Then we jump to Action Comics. I was one of those stores that always believed that you should file all the Superman books together, all the Spider-Man books together. I didn't see any point to having Action Comics in the A's. If somebody's coming in looking for Superman, it makes sense that you would put all the Superman books together so they could see Action, Adventures of Superman, Man of Steel. rather than having them where they should go alphabetically. Same with Amazing Spider-Man. I filed that under S for Spider-Man. Anyway, to each his own. Every store does it differently. 665, that's I believe Kerry Gamble. 680, that's Art T. Bear. 681, you can see the Image influence. I think this is before Image, and Art T. Bear went over to Image, and he was one of their main guys. I think he inked Jim Lee on X-Men, and maybe on Wildcats before Scott Williams came into the picture. 683, Jackson Guice. Jackson Guice is a guy that when he first started was basically a Michael Golden ripoff, and I really hated him because of that, but he really grew into his own, and now he's actually a very good artist. This is kind of his mid-phase. It's still kind of a Golden combined with Kirby look, but later on, next 5-10 years, he really developed his own style, and he's a really good artist. 859, looks like a Gary Frank cover. Then we jump to Adventures of Superman. More Jerry Ordway greatness. 461, Jurgens and Perez. I don't know if maybe Perez just inked it. 464, Superman versus Lobo. All right. 465, another beautiful Jerry Ordway cover. Actually, it's, no, wow, my mistake. Dan Jurgens and Brett Breeding. Yeah, looks like Ordway. Brett Breeding inked a lot of Ordway stuff, too. Well, actually, Ordway inked most of his own stuff. That looks like Jim Aparo, 467. Nope, it's Dan Jurgens. Wow. Slipping, Dave. 468. 469. 470. 471. That's Kerry Gamble. 72. 73. 474. 475. 476. 78. These are all Jurgens and T. Bear, and you can really see what a good inker can do for you. These are better than your average Dan Jurgens covers, in my opinion, because Art T. Bear inked them. 479, that's Andy Kubert. 480, there you go. Beautiful Ordway cover. 82, Ordway doing his Neil Adams homage. This is an old Superman cover from the Silver Age. 484, Ordway. 485, Jerry Ordway. 86, same. 87. 488, it's Tom Grummett. 490, Grummett and Ordway. 91, same. 93. We've got Annual number 2 with a Kerry Gamble inked by John Byrne. Nice. Adventures of Superman, John Kent number 2. The less said about this book, the better. Legacy of Superman number 1 with a beautiful Arthur Adams cover. This is like an annual size book, 64 pages with multiple stories. And the final stack for this box. We go to Man of Steel. John Bogdanov and Jonky as the anchor. I love Bogdanov stuff as well. 3. Number 5. Number 6. It's beautiful. 7. 8. 9. Oops. 10 with the Crisis number 8 homage. 11, classic cover. 12. 15. And the final book in this box is Man of Steel 129 with a beautiful, who is that? Oh, oh, there it is, Dave Johnson. Dave Johnson cover, great artist. Okay, so we made it to another box. Thanks again for watching, guys. Like I said in every video, everything you saw is available. If you'd like to claim anything, just drop a comment below. And we appreciate your time. We'll catch you in the next video. Take care.